get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside. Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on 3rd down. Rivers. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Now the second-year man from Syracuse, Riley Dixon, on to punt, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Now a man who subbed in for Andy Lee down the stretch last year, Michael Pilardi, to kick it away. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Here's Rivers. They set up the screen to Ajayi. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it in the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now Rivers. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
They'll start on the ground with Gore. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
I love when a play results in a game that I can actually kind of fall back on one of my favorite adages, and that is anytime there's a run over 10 yards, it means that the offensive line did its job, but you know who else did? The wide receiver. Because the first 7 yards...
Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Charger, Eric Weddle. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. This Chiefs team, 33 takeaways last year, most in the NFL, and they get an early one here.
It doesn't happen by accident. They emphasize it. They coach it, they demand it, and they get them.
They'll start out on the ground with Ajayi. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Second down, Rivers. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And it's third down. Well, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
To throw is Rivers. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Second down now after the incompletion. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. He'll buy some time right, and he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Trying a little razzle-dazzle on 3rd and short, and he is knocked down from the side, right near the 27. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
Brandon, a lot of times coaches see these situations present themselves on film, but how often do they actually call it? We just saw it here, and what an end result. A huge touchdown off of a terrific call.
And he's able to put it through. Gano out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Phillip Rivers now gears up to take the offense back out there. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt.
Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Rivers now on second down. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. To throw, Rivers. Now this is caught by Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. Two big plays in succession, and Kansas City's on the move.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brian Orakpo coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Looking to throw on second down. Rivers throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On third down, Rivers. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take it down to the 40. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Rivers again. Gates has it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
Do you get the sense, Brandon, that people are trying to retire Antonio Gates? They keep thinking this is almost the end of the line, and then he keeps making catches like the one we just saw there.
He's the old reliable, you're right, just one of 9 players in the NFL with 100 or more touchdowns. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and it's second down. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Throwing again. Rivers. Jackson's got it over the middle. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. The Chiefs on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. To the air again here, Rivers. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And Bullock will put this one through. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. Well, I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Odell Beckham, 57 yards. And the Patriots add on to their lead. You got to figure if they want to have success this year, the more they can put the football in his hands, the better, coming off a Pro Bowl campaign.
And that Pro Bowl campaign does more than just get him notoriety. It also plants an idea in the minds of guys trying to defend him that he's really pretty good. And sometimes gives you a little bit of extra room, a little bit of extra deference, and he's taking advantage of it.
Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a New England touchdown. Gano out to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. But sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. To throw on second down. Rivers. Right side catch. This is Gates. And he goes out right around the 39. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
The Chiefs on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Rivers. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 46.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they built that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake here. Rivers. Drops it off to Ajayi. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course, you got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Under pressure, and he will go down. the 46. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. It's a high kick and hit pretty well. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Here now, time to discuss Odell Beckham Jr. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
He finds Beckham complete. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does. But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Gore. And some room to work. Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Throwing is Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now on 2nd down, this is Gore. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment, defense.
A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one, and let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Following the penalty, it's Gore. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Frank Gore taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Gano out to kick this one away. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. A lone second remains now in this third quarter. On 1st and 10, Rivers finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. Now a second down throw for Rivers. Over the middle, complete. It's Jackson. Deshaun Jackson off to the races. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, 64 yards. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And now out come the Patriots. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
Encroachment defense.
So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
To throw, Bridgewater. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And for the Pats, let's look ahead for a second. They will have 3 of their first 4 at home this year. After this, they will go to New Orleans, but then back here for the Texans and Panthers in week 3 and 4.
Not going to be an easy opening schedule, but they do get most of it at home.
Fresh set of downs here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. A handoff right. It's Gore. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Out to his left. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. So they don't get anything out of that completion. I guess when you roll out of the pocket like he did there to the left, if you're going to throw it, you better gain some yardage.
But can you just hear the old school coaches right now? You threw it for no yards? They don't want the ball in there.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. LaShawn Sims with the INT. The 30, 20, 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a KC touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
following the interception here. Rivers. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And the Patriots gearing up to go now. Remember, opening Thursday night last year, that was a good one. Panthers at the Broncos. This one equally as good as the Chiefs and Patriots battling to the wire. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. He was trying to get it there to Vernon Davis, the tight end, and it's 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around it. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. And the Patriots trying to begin their title defense with a win on the Thursday opener. They can see the finish line now. They've got it 1st and 10. A give left for Gore. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll stick to the ground game with Gore. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. New England on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6.
Let's go.
Here's Bridgewater. Drops it underneath to Gore. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And now a first down following that long gain. Now a handoff for Gore. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Bridgewater here to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Right. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Chris Jones in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 17 yards on the pickup. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. He's back to throw. And he's got Lockett. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. And he clocks it with just over 30 seconds left. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 35 yards there on the third down conversion. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is right through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Bridgewater. Trying to lay one up deep. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian McDougal. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They go with a screen to Gore. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. Frank Gore, the ageless one, over 1,000 yards last year. He's the first running back age 33 or older to top 1,000 since John Riggins way back in '83.
So what he's done is he's made the case for running backs who are approaching 30 that there is life on the other side of that number, because many think once you hit 30, you're going to decline.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. Two minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Bridgewater to throw it. Forced out to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Now another carry here tonight for Gore. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. A partner, great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you.
Okay, I was gone for a minute, but I'm back now. Sit back down. Sit like everybody nowadays, Hollywood. Oh, it's like that now? I'ma show you how to act now. I'ma show 'em how to act. I'ma show you. I'ma show 'em how to act. Okay, now picture little Bobby, just a youngin' run around with his man's in his hand, feeling like a man. Run, put it to your brain like.